Good morning. When Andy asked who did I think I would most like to meet in heaven, the first person that came to mind was Eve. And so I've been reflecting a bit on if I did actually meet her, what would I actually want to ask her? Historically, Eve has been given a very negative press as the instigator of the fall. And countless articles have been written over and over again which have vilified her. Even nowadays, and for a long time when things go wrong, we jokingly will say, well, that was because of Eve. That was Eve's fault. But I wonder, was she actually the villain that sometimes we make her out to be? So if I met her in heaven, I would like to ask Eve, how did she feel about what happened? Was she angry with herself? Did she feel guilty? Did she feel condemned? Did she feel that no matter where she went, the fingers were pointed at her for what she had done wrong? We know that she felt shame because she became aware that she was naked. But what did it do to her as an actual person, as a woman? What did it do to her reputation, her confidence, her self-esteem? How did it feel to be condemned? Because here we have a young woman who, before the fall, knew nothing about consequences. She'd never had a childhood, an opportunity to mess up and learn from it, no life experience, no parental figure to show her the way and help her navigate her way through life. No grounding, no foundations out of which to make good choices or good decisions. So I'd like to look at this from Eve's point of view. The original command was given directly to Adam. Eve wasn't even present at this time the command was given. Afterwards, Eve was made as a helper for Adam. And I guess subsequently she knew about the command and that Adam had told her. But here we have a very clever serpent. He played into her pride, calling her thy celestial beauty and a goddess among gods. How flattering for this young woman to be told this, for the first time maybe in her life, being told how beautiful she is. Personally, I've never been called that, but surely it's enough to turn a poor girl's head. So, yes, she was weak and she was tempted. She believed him, but she didn't think of the consequences. Did she even recognize it as a sin? So, did Eve disobey God? Actually, if she disobeyed anyone, it was Adam. Yeah, she was weak, and yes, she sinned, but not out of choice, out of an innocent desire to be like God. And when we consider her lack of upbringing, I'm not surprised. Adam, however, was offered the fruit, and he ate it, knowing what God had directly commanded him to do. He said, you must not eat of the tree of fruit from the tree of knowledge. He didn't say you and anyone else you come across. So Adam made a choice. He could have obeyed and acted in strength and refused. He could have prevented the whole thing. Eve was convinced by a serpent to eat the fruit. But what did Adam do? He simply ate it and blamed her. Eve was deceived, but Adam chose to sin. He wasn't informed or misled. He listened to his wife instead of God. So to be fair to both of them, before they ate of the apple, they had no knowledge of sin. So the first sin was a question of obedience. Interesting, isn't it? I'm quite sure that Andy will come back on me in defense of Adam. So watch this space. Thank you for listening.